Serious situation with the Ton blockchain halting. Full reporting on junglelinkxrp.com, link down below. But what makes this extraordinarily concerning is everything swirling around the Ton blockchain, because we've seen this. We've seen this happen with Solana and other blockchains. But you have the Telegram CEO that was just arrested in France, facing 12 separate charges, very serious charges. And further, we have Binance and Bybit both suspending both deposits and withdrawals. Now, the blockchain is not producing blocks right now, so it's not like you'd be doing either of those things. But before that happened, I guess both exchanges halted all activity with the Ton token. So pretty interesting here. This is a serious situation because we're not talking about some Mickey Mouse coin. This is a blockchain that was really picking up steam, and even today, after losing 20% almost on the 7-day, it's still the number 10 blockchain in the world. So we're not talking about coin number 100 or 6,000. Like, this is a big deal. We're going to have to see it play out. I haven't heard why the blockchain has stopped producing blocks. Is it somehow connected to the arrest of the CEO? What's going on? We'll have to wait for more information to come out. But this is a significant one. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to my Twitter account. David Schwartz, he really is a visionary. He's able to peek into the future. During this clip, I'm not going to play it here. You can check it out if you haven't seen it before. He starts out by saying, you know what? This is 2019, mind you. We don't think that XRP is a security, but ultimately it's going to be up to the SEC and possibly the courts to decide that. And then he goes on to talk about what's so frustrating is not bad laws, which is bad enough, but it's the ambiguity, the fact that we are working with them on a weekly basis, being transparent about everything we're doing. And in 2019, he says, can you imagine, after all this transparency, working directly with the SEC, if they just pop up out of nowhere and say, you should have known what you were doing all along was breaking the law? That's exactly what happened. This guy is as smart as you get. Never forget that. Really great clip here from Charles Hoskinson talking about the Voltaire hard fork coming up. Really coming up with some next level governance for the Cardano blockchain. This is going to set Cardano apart from everything else out there. There is no other blockchain that has governance like this, and I know it's not like the latest feature and the coolest DeFi system, but this is vitally important. You have to pay attention to governance if you're going to have a global blockchain that meets the needs of a diverse amount of users from all areas of the globe. You have to have this, and I think that they're making great progress. Again, this is a first step. Their governance won't be done being built out, but they are miles ahead of everyone else, and I think this is going to pay big dividends as we move forward. Cardano is one of those blockchains. It will lull you to sleep. It's never going to happen. They're never going to get anywhere. And then kaboom, out of nowhere, this sucker comes running up the backside because they do it right. They're methodical, and they're not going to make errors here. This is a big one. A lot of risk with an update like this, but I think they're going to nail it. And really, this is a fantastic blockchain. If you're going to sleep on Cardano, there's a lot of exciting stuff out there. I understand it. But I don't think you should, because I think this one is going to surprise you at the end of the day. We have the former CEO of Google, and I think he's a little bit over-optimistic here about AI. I think he's right eventually, but he's saying within a year, he's going to be able to take all of these developers, all of these coders of his, which he says are arrogant, they don't listen to instruction. He's just going to replace them with AI. And he's just going to tell the AI what to do, and it's going to go out there and execute his vision. And he's not going to have to pay the AI other than, to build the system one time, and that's it. And he has, an unbelievable amount of compute there. He doesn't have to hire individuals. He can just, keep spooling up different computer systems. Pretty interesting little clip here. Check it out. Again, I don't think that's going to happen within a year, by the way. We're still going to have coders and developers for quite some time. But whether we're talking about 20, 30 years from now, in my opinion, that probably we'll get to that point. We'll get there eventually, but I don't think it's going to happen within a year. MakerDAO. I don't know if it's my favorite DeFi, but it's one of my two. I love Maker and I love Aave. This is a big one. They are rebranding to Sky, which, to be honest with you, just from a naming standpoint, I like MakerDAO. I like it a lot. But, they want to kind of advertise the fact that, this has been very crypto-ish, very techy. and they're trying to bring this system into the modern era for the everyday person. Now we have a successor to the DAI token, the stablecoin, which is USDS. Interesting, I don't think it's totally replacing DAI. DAI will still play some role here. It's not exactly clear on how that will work out, but they're really going to expand their vision here of all the different ways that Sky can meet the needs of DeFi users around the globe. To me, MakerDAO is one of the best there are, and it's going to be interesting how this ends up on the flip side of this massive, massive upgrade. And part of this is to become even more decentralized and resilient. They see the writing on the wall, and they want to be able to withstand governments, hostile governments, and regulators, and you can only do that through full decentralization. Gavin Wood. I gotta tell you with Polkadot, you know I love Polkadot. I don't know if we get where we want to go on this bull run. I think the token will still do well. It's still a very capable system. But to meet that end goal, man, he's doing such a crazy redesign here with his Jam protocol. His vision here essentially is free transactions for the world, bringing the world into onboarding 6 billion people in the Web 2 and really Web 3. He reveals he and Vitalik initially considered an Etherless Ethereum in 2013, and kind of Jam is how he wants to get there. This is a massive endeavor he's doing here. A total redesign. It's just not a minor upgrade. And I don't think it's going to be ready till at least the next bull run. We'll see how the Polkadot token reacts this run, this time around. Still a lot of building, still a lot of value there. This is one of those, though, if it takes an extraordinary amount of time, I'm willing to sit here and wait for some of my portfolio. Not all of it, of course. But, this could be a big payoff at the end of the day. Then again, you might just get out there building forever to infinity and never get anywhere. It's hard to say, but this is one of the brightest minds out there. Of course, the original architect of Ethereum, original architect of Polkadot. This guy knows something. Just a question, can he bring this home with this big of a change? And what a blockchain with no fees, is that a good thing? I don't know. We'll have to see it really play out here. Last thing, the Ethereum, the whole ecosystem is kind of fighting right now. I've never seen him be this transparent, but Vitalik put out this breakdown of how they're spending their money. And really, where the problems arise from is DeFi saying, look, you're not paying enough attention to us. You're worried about scaling and layer 2s and all this other stuff. We're driving the value. We need more money. We need more attention. We need the building slanted towards us because we are the foundation of everything that matters today. And Vitalik's like, yeah, we tolerate you, but this ain't the DeFi chain. We want bigger and better things for this blockchain. How that plays out long term, I don't know, but pretty interesting to see other, internal squabbles happening, out in the open, out in public. I think it's good. I thought it was good when XRP goes through this type of thing. We saw that with the AMM. It was quite transparent, and I think really, the way blockchain should be out in the open. It's not always pretty. But these types of discussions shouldn't just happen behind closed doors. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.